Hi, dear love. I'm Nicole, and I just wanted to come to you really quick and even adjust myself before I got on camera. That's a shame, but I really had this overwhelming pull to share with you about the lunar eclipse that's happening on the 7th and the solar eclipse that's happening on the 21st. This is a big deal. And this is stuff that Spirit has been calling your attention to for quite some time. Namely, for me, it's been coming in from the Capricorn full moon, June 9th, I think it was. Let me go back and just look. When I realized this was the time that, let's see, was it the 9th? It was yep, it was the 9th of June. That's when I started seeing a bunch of things unravel in my life, um, in my private life, in my work life, in my family life, in my personal life. So, excuse me. So, I'm sharing that with you because I'm not the only one. Clients have been coming to me, um, friends, family have been sharing with me, and the real important thing that I really want you to know is not everybody is aware of their spiritual guidance. So I don't communicate as a spirit guide to everybody. In your spiritual walk, sometimes family doesn't want to hear it, and I'm okay with that because we're all at our own different journey or levels of journey, right? So what they're sharing to me, I'm like biting at the bits, wanting to say this is because the lunar eclipse. I want to say it so bad, but you just can't. And so uh the 7th, this is a huge tsunami of an emotional, oh my freaking goodness, I can't do this anymore, or something's got to freaking give. That's the energy. And I got some text messages this past week, actually the past 2 weeks, that have just been like, whoa, where it's right here in people. Some people, it's right in your eyeballs and you're feeling it. Things are just coming to you like, are you kidding me? What else can go wrong? Kind of a thing. But look past it. Look below the surface of what's going on. All right. If you got fired, if you are getting half your paycheck deducted, if you're a lover, you find out they were cheating, if you find out they're pulling away and they just totally broke things off for whatever reason, you're just like, what the heck happened? If you find that, they say, oh my gosh, I'm seeing someone, or if you find that you're totally not feeling them or the person that you're with the way that you really thought you were, and all of a sudden it comes to you and you're like, I don't really think I'm in love with them. It can be really an emotional upheaval that spirit is telling us, you know what? I'm doing all of this for your own good because we're half human. So what comes on the 7th, what's already been leading up to, it's like we're going down this long walk, right? We're going down that corridor. It's like the long mile. What is it? The green mile? And we're walking the plank. We're looking down in that water, and through our human sight, we can see what looks like sharks, looks like, sounds like, feels like gnashing of teeth, all of that. When we're going down the corridor, these are these next couple of days. These are those past days that we've gone through already. It feels like people are reaching out at us. Energies is reaching out, are each reaching out at us. We can hear the gnashing of teeth. We can feel the creepy crawly things. All of that, I say, is because we're walking into vulnerability. Everything that spirit has in store for us, once we get through the corridor, once we take that plunge into the sea, once we get over this period of transition, we walk into a place of purity. We walk through, we get through the process. We then are opening that door of full engagement into this transformational journey that we're on. It is very much a spiritual awakening. And a spiritual awakening has 7 levels, okay? And that is the understanding of being a soul within a body. That's a spiritual awakening. But you go through this process, okay? So applying that to the lunar eclipse season, I should say, not just the lunar eclipse, but the solar and the lunar eclipse. Applying all of that means that there's an extremely powerful transformation that's occurring in your life. Okay? And so look at it for what it is. I'm going to go through very quickly what the 7 steps of a spiritual awakening are. And we're just wrapping up our 8-week master class. And so you'll be able to find the automated course at ineedspiritualguidance.com. And you can definitely register down below also, because we have a class. Our last class is on the eve of the lunar eclipse. It's so divine timing. Anyway, I'm going to get carried away. So the first stage is awareness. What is spirit showing you here? What are the signs, the messages? What is the theme, okay, that spirit is telling you on the 7th? There's going to be a major release. You're being pulled from something. Okay, there's something that's been coming up synchronistically in messages. And these messages could be, for example, I know someone who is having half his paycheck being taken out in child support, having to deal with not being around his children, having to really work regardless, on days that he might be, his back might be out, or might be having an extremely, emotional moment where someone else has the opportunity to take time off, something like that. And just everything coming at him all at once, right? But what is the theme there? It's not the particular 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 7, 15 things coming at him. It's what is that message leading up to? What do all of these things added up equal? And that thing is what spirit is detaching him from. So putting that example into your own life brings you to the second phase of a spiritual awakening, which is detachment. So in that phase, after you're aware of, oh my gosh, spirit is reaching out to me, everything is happening, and I know that I'm not in control of it, and it's synchronistic. What is it that you're being detached from? What part of your past is requesting for you to leave it in the past? What is spirit saying? You're done with that. It has outworn its welcome. You don't need it. It's a crutch. It's a codependency. What is it? Toxicity. Is it a person? Is it a part of yourself? Behavior, routine, mindset, pattern. What is it? Is it the fact that you need to deepen your value, your spiritual connection, get in your career path and be determined to do it, commit in relationship life, be the advocate for your parent or for your children? Are you welcoming an elderly or aging parent into your home and just doing it? What sacrifice is spirit asking you to make? And that is within that detachment that you've grown accustomed to. You're familiar with it. Even if it's toxic, even if it's bad for you, you're still you're attached to it. You want to go to it because you know it. You know what to expect from it. It's conditional energy. It's a conditioned relationship. And even so, you're familiar, you're comfortable with it. So you want to go back to it. But then that understanding brings you to vulnerability, because to detach from something, you have to understand that, whoa, this is an uncomfortable feeling. It's awkward. It's not something that I want to do. So you have to be vulnerable in that. You have to be open. You got to be, I surrender. I'm ready. What is it? Because once you're able to be vulnerable to the truth of what you're being released from and where this new beginning is happening on the 21st, then you're receiving this enlightenment, which is stage 4. And I'm going to pull this up here so that I don't miss anything, because Mercury's got me going crazy, going retrograde. But yeah, so now you're on level 4, stage 4 of your spiritual awakening. And you receive that aha moment, that breakthrough. Now, you may not be comfortable with that breakthrough just yet. It just may be that, wow moment. But then it might go quickly into, oh, what does this mean? What do I do now? And then you might go right back to feeling vulnerable, because you might feel that, oh my gosh, I feel wide open. I feel alone. Who can I talk to about this? And so you have this new understanding. And then it becomes necessary for you to face level 5, which is acceptance. Allow that energy to sit with you. You're going to mull it around. We've got some exercises in our 8-week masterclass for spiritual awakening that are really, really good. And they help me every single time, every awakening. And so one of them is seeing yourself in that sea of your spiritual awakening and knowing that you are not going back to the shoreline. You're not. You've accepted something major is happening in your life. You are aware of a theme, a collage of events, a collage of messages, spiritual guidance that's pulling you to a collective understanding, but a very subjective reality. And so then you get to take action after stepping into your power by accepting where you are. And so then you're at stage 6, taking action, gaining that practice, and living in that whole reality of practice does make perfect, steady progress. And then you're wrapping it up with the 7th stage, which is confirmation. So all that to say, on the 7th, give or take some days there, and even some months, because the eclipse season is going to happen. It's going to be a major impact in your life. You're going to feel it in your divine timing. And I say your divine timing because it may affect me on the 7th. It may affect you on the 17th. It may affect your best friend on October 28th. It's all within 6 months from the 7th, which is well into January 2018. So it's a snowball. That's the beauty of a new eclipse season, is that your resistance, your tolerance is different. I have tattoos. You may be not able to tolerate that needle. I find it relaxing when I get a tattoo. Some people think that's weird. I don't. It is a relaxing experience for me. I'm in a high when I get it done. Some people are like, oh my gosh, how could you say that? You're so weird. And I'm cool with that. So our tolerance level is different spiritually as well. And so your impact may come on New Year's Eve. It may come on New Year's Day, where mine may be on September 9th. So just keep that in mind, because as you're releasing some major, major aspects of your life, some major relationships, some major understandings, there's a cycle, a major cycle ending, and it is emotional. And so let those tears fly. You know, watch out for the toxic outbursts. Get out of your mind. Get out of your head and get into your heart, get into your solar plexus and understand through your intuition what your sacral chakra is telling you. That's your emotions, your feelings. What is it? This is all about vulnerability. And I so encourage you, as I encourage all of my students, all of my clients, friends, family. I look at it multiple times, and every time I see it, I see something different within myself. I understand myself better. Dr. Brene Brown's uh, video on YouTube for vulnerability. It is excellent. And I can assure you that you will be so glad that you looked at it. If you really want to be in touch with your own vulnerability, and you are more of the person that hides behind the toughness, the exterior, very afraid to speak your truth and to say what's on your soul, and very afraid to be in touch with your feelings, your emotions. If you're more of a I think person and you're not so much of a well, I feel, practice that. I feel, okay? And definitely view it multiple times. On the 21st, this is a major new beginning in everything. The weird part about this month, though, is there's so much inward reflection going on. There's so much inner work going on. You're going to see people withdrawing like crazy. You should be doing the same exact thing. Ladies, when your men withdraw this month, withdraw. Do the same thing they're doing. Withdraw. Go back into yourself, okay? Vice versa. But I just truly feel, I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm not going to fake the funk with you ever. Men withdraw so that they can process what's going on. Women, we want to talk about it. This is a time to go inward. Self-talk, meditation, reflection, self-love, pampering, vulnerability. Okay? I'm telling you what I'm going to do, what I'm already doing. And you're strengthening your connection with Source when you do this. When you are being that strong, that tough, that powerful, enough to let yourself sit in the tank of vulnerability, honey, you got it going on. You're a powerful soul. Give yourself that. Give yourself permission to sit with it and to be open. Whenever that person that is withdrawing from you, and it could be a part of yourself, could be your other half, could be your human, right? Could be your ego. Be open to receive, because that's what vulnerability is. Surrender to the energy that Spirit has us all experiencing. It is for our own good. It is the time that we cannot do it ourselves. We're blessed with this major ending of one cycle in our life, no matter how long that cycle has been, years, months, weeks, all our lives. It's a blessing in disguise. When you start letting it sit with you through vulnerability, you're able to see where you're going. And that is happening on the 21st. So that new beginning is all things of value. Okay? What do we really want to do? What is it? What is that hobby that you've always wanted to engage in? You never did it. Never gave yourself permission to enjoy that part of yourself, or haven't in 20 years, 5 years, 10 years. What did you do as a child? I went horseback riding. I used to show jump as a child. My mother kept me out of the inner city in New York and brought me out to the country and let me go horseback riding. And I loved it. It kept my mind occupied. It kept me safe as a young lady growing up. in New York. And, I'm engaging in that now. Dance, taking salsa lessons, something I always wanted to do. I'm doing that. What hobby is it that you miss, that you've always wanted to do, that you pour your energy into and it makes you feel so good? That's that thing. That's that thing that you are pouring your energy into on the 21st. Okay? The love, true love, not conditional love. You're being released from that energy on the 7th, on the lunar eclipse. Because, baby, on the 21st, you're welcoming true love. That's unconditional love. I don't want your mind and your soul set on a particular physical body, because that's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, fall back in love with me. Okay? Spirit is saying, fall back in love with my love for you, that connection. And so in doing that, you're falling in love with unconditional love. And you're radiating that energy to you through the law of attraction. Because on the new moon, the solar eclipse, this is a huge, major new moon. So you are, I intend to. I am manifesting this, whatever this is. I am, and you fill that in. I deserve this, and I'm going after it. I am open to this, and I receive it. I intend to, and I'm starting on, whatever date that is. And I'm grateful for it. That is how I do my incantations. That's how I create my mantras. That is the beginning of my affirmations, and I invite you to use it. Make it your own. Rock it out, because this new moon is not just a new moon. It's not just a new moon on steroids. It's a solar eclipse, unlike anything we've felt before. This is a major deal spiritually, and you're going to feel it. And I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for me, happy for my family. When you have your mindset on one way, you are breathing a negative prophecy in many ways. You are fulfilling a prophecy that you may not even intend to give your energy to. Be careful about that. When you feel your energy stagnant and it feels like you're about to burst, get outdoors, go for a walk, shake that energy up. You're constantly vibrating, so move with it. Okay? When you're standing still, you're in a funk, or you're angry and you're just tight, walk. Move that energy, shake it up, let it disperse. Okay? Work that energy out, tire it out, sweat it out, go to the gym, make love, go play with the kids. Okay? But work it out of you. Work it out of you. And stay as positive as you can. Look at a comedian, what is it? A comic, something funny. Who's your favorite comedian? Even if you do 10 minutes here and there, it's so worth it. Google, use YouTube, call a friend that makes you laugh. Allow yourself to laugh at the little things of life. Laugh at yourself. I do that all the time. It's funny. It's so funny. The other day, I told the kids, okay, come on, we're going to the park. And I turned the corner, and my daughter was like, oh, Mama, I didn't know this was the way to the park. And I'm like, it totally isn't. Totally wasn't. I was on my way to Walmart. And I was like, man, if she didn't say anything, we would have been pulling up at Walmart, and I would have been like, what in the world? They would have been like, what are we doing? Too much of a routine where you're just like, come on. Okay, good intentions. I'm like, let's go. We got to have some fun. And my human was like, oh, I know this routine. No, you don't. no, you get to get out of that. No, that is not the routine we're living by. No way. So get on out there and have fun. The 21st is all about recreation, okay? Romance, romance. Are you being romance? Seduce your partner. What are you doing? Now that's committed partnership, okay? Don't be seducing someone that hasn't given you, the okay to do that. They haven't claimed you or they're not courting you. Then don't seduce them. They don't deserve it yet. If you're in the courting process and you're romancing each other and all that, okay. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Flirt, be playful, let your youthfulness come out, you know what I'm saying? All of that. But, you know, honor your value because this solar eclipse is all about, I want to feel like the king and queen. I want to walk in a place and I know I got my swag on and I feel good, graceful but royal, you know, being really prideful about your clan, your family, but really being able to just strut. Leo does it. A king and a queen, we can look at you, we can spot you out of anywhere. I can definitely spot a Leo, I think. Every one of my Leo friends and family members are so alike in so many ways. They're just sexy and attractive in so many different ways. And, they're serious really about their physique, about their appearance. And it's just amazing how they can make people stop what they're doing, stop what they're saying, and give their attention to them when they walk in the room. It's amazing. I do it. I stare at you all the time. I'm looking at how you're doing your hair, how you dress. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks good. That's how I met my best friend. We were at a workshop, at a training for a new job, and she walked in there and her hair was laid. It was so beautiful. It was like a burgundy wine red and it was this short, kind of like a Toni Braxton back in the day haircut. But, or no, not Toni Braxton. Yeah, Toni kind of, but it was Halle Berry, that kind of remember the movie with Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry, and I don't remember what else, but yeah, and she, busted out with a nice short haircut, and everybody was like, oh, I got my haircut like that too, the second I saw the movie. So, this is way back in the 90s, I think. So, any of, you young souls out there, you might have saw the replay or something, but she walked in there and everybody looked at her. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she sat like close enough to me for me to be like, girl, your hair is laid. Oh my gosh, I love it. I was like, I know I'm staring at you because it's so beautiful. She was like, girl, that's how we became best friends. And everybody else just staring at her. She got some eye rolling, all of that. That's the energy that you have. So strut it, use it. This is highly sexually charged energy. So this is baby making stuff. If you don't want any babies, you know what to do. And hold on to it because we know, like I said, I'm going to keep it real with you. I know people that have poked holes in condoms. I just do. So I'm going to put it out there. Make sure if you don't want babies right now that you're making sure that doesn't happen. If you do, this is parenthood, children, romance, true love, sexuality, sex, procreation, energy. This is wrestle to work up that sexual, that energy and that enticing energy. Okay? So that's what you have on the 21st. But you also have creative expression energy. So this is that creative energy that you want to use to pour into your projects, So keep in mind that around August 21st, if you are feeling that itch to really do something that, really puts your mark on this project that you're working on, on this module, on this spreadsheet, lesson plan, on whatever it is, this creative venture, definitely take your time and really, put your foot in it, because that is really using this Leo energy at its best as far as your work goes. So if you are, again, being asked by an employer, if you're being prompted by a customer, a client to do something that really speaks to them, and they're giving you their vision, and you're able to manifest it before their eyes. Oh my great goodness, that's great stuff. And that is the thing that's going to make you most successful. Here's the thing that I really love about this solar eclipse is that, and even the lunar eclipse, is that you will very well feel it, if not on the 21st or on the 7th. If you don't feel that release, that breakaway, that removal from whatever needs to stay in the past, if you don't feel it on the 7th, and if you don't feel a tremendous uh, urgency or this new beginning that's forming, you don't feel it so much on the 21st, you're going to feel it 30 days later, 60 days later, 90 days later. So it's in those jumps that you may feel it. So September 21st may be the time that you are really like, oh my gosh, I know what to do. I know what my new beginning is. I know what it is. And then you start doing it, So on September 7th, you may feel like, oh, great goodness. I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore. No, I'm done. I'm okay with it now. I'm okay. I can leave it in the past, or I'm okay with leaving them in the past. It's all right now. I know where I'm headed. I know that I can receive love. I know that I deserve this type of intimacy. Whatever the relationship vision that you have that you want to manifest, whatever the career, your life mission, your soul purpose. So in August, you may not be able to put your finger right on it. You may have that feeling, and you may intuitively know that things are changing, that things are getting serious, that your energy is all over the place, that spirit is just blessing you in ways that are just beyond the horizon. Then here comes September or October or November or December, and you're like, oh, I know what it is, So don't be surprised if that happens. Give it that time. Give yourself permission to, let it happen, because it's within divine timing. Okay? So let's see what else. I really pray that this helps you a lot so that you can understand how to really apply the lunar eclipse that's happening on the 7th and the solar eclipse that's happening on the 21st, okay? Hey Aries, so for your health and wellness around the 7th of August, this is going to be a time where there's going to be a need to break from a regimen, a health routine, um, anything that has been giving you problems, any kind of abnormalities in your ankles, any popping in your ankles, your calves, your shins, any area in your legs. If it's giving you any pain, any tension spots, cramps, swelling, anything like that, and that you haven't been able to receive relief from, this is that time to really seek out an expert opinion and really try something new as far as alternative methods there. You might want to try a different combination of ice and heat. You might want to try a different over-the-counter medicine, something there that changes. But this is also an area that deals with your arteries. So if there's been any type of pain any numbing, any feeling like a sizzle or anything like that, any blockages, possible blockages that result from your nutrition, anything you're ingesting. If your doctor has told you anything dealing with those areas, or that you've had an intuitive understanding, this is that time that you're going to receive a uh, emotional uh, event. There's going to be something that happens around the 7th of the month that would really call those parts of your body to your attention. Okay, so if there's nothing that comes up, that's wonderful. But if there is, then please look into it, okay? So around the 21st of the month, for you, dear Aries, if you have any heart conditions, please look into alternative methods. This is a new way of doing things, so this is a great time to honor any new kinds of treatments there, and to make sure that your prescriptions are being filled on time and they're not expiring. Make sure that you're listening to the wisdom of your heart and understanding that the way you're going is more heartfelt. You're understanding things on a very true, passionate level. And this also is your spine. So any conditions there, any curvatures or any kind of pain that's radiating, even deepening down to your sciatic nerve, because you know you've got your nerves there associated with your spine. And just to be careful that you aren't lifting too heavy of a weight or lifting incorrectly. This is also an area of the sides of your body to make sure you are not overdoing any side oblique activity, or you might just look and say, you know what, I need to start working in those areas. So that may be something that you change, and it's a great time to do that. Any tension spots in your back, muscle spasms, and this is a great time for you again to start working those areas of muscle groups. And you've got that strong determination in your physical fitness anyway. I know you like to look great, and honey, you do all the time. So absolutely, if the energy hits you and you look at yourself in that mirror at the gym and you're like, you know what? I am going to emphasize my back more. I'm going to focus my energy there, and I'm going to work it out, and I'm going to look fabulous. This is a good time to do it. Remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp sign, so please view every part of your beautiful self. Hi, dear Taurus. So remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs. And so around the 7th of the month, dear Taurus, if you've had any problems in your knees, if you've been told, you know, I need you to get knee replacement surgery, I need you to at least look at it, any kind of bursitis, any inflammation, if your knee has been giving you any kind of pain, please look into it. Cartilage wearing down, just kind of even spiky kind of numbing. If you feel like you've got army ants in there, any type of pain like that, please look into it. Absolutely. Look if you're doubling up on medication, if you're using a pain medication more frequently, look into that. Your bones, if you are of that age to look into preventing osteoporosis, this is a great time for you to be strengthening your muscles because that helps our bones. Getting calcium supplements, if that is what your healthcare provider recommends, and make them check that out for you. You know, there's a 5-minute window in the doctor's office, and that's why we have health and wellness coaches. That's why I'm studying to be a licensed and certified health and wellness coach, because spiritually it goes hand in hand. And medical doctors, you know, just don't have the time to do it. Some of them don't have the compassion, quite frankly, to do it. So definitely call them on it. Any kind of alternative treatments, modalities, any kind of supplements, any kind of help that's preventative, that is really helping your bones, definitely look into it. Your skin, if this is a time where your skin may, just things about your skin may bother you, may realize that, you know, my skin is really a combination skin, and I'd like to know how I can best take care of it. You might notice that it is that you're having a rash somewhere, look into that, please. But any kind of wrinkling, you know, of our skin, you might notice it around this time. And so be good to yourself. You know, I'm not against Botox. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not against plastic surgery either. I'm not against all of that. If it makes you feel good inside, then that's your business, you know, and it really is up to you. Now, I know people go too far in some people's minds, you know, too far. I think that it is, once it starts um, breaking you, or you know, it becomes an addiction, then that's an addiction and it's definitely into another realm. But as far as your self-confidence, if you were to go to a dermatologist, go to get a facial, you know, whatever it is, this is the time that you might realize, hey, you know, I want to look into that. Your teeth, if you've got any teeth pain, dental work that you've been putting off, you might receive some pain around now. So watch biting into hard candy, things like that. If you get a pain and you're like, oh, you know, what was that? Or you know that this is like the third time you've gotten it. Remember, 3 times is that sign that Archangel Metatron shows us, hey, I need you to look into it now. Heed that warning, okay? So make sure you're getting your checkups. Call and get that dental work done, that dental exam, especially if you have insurance that will cover it. Definitely do that. Change your toothbrush around this time. Look into different toothpaste if you're more sensitive. I know I am. I use Pronamel and have since the 90s. So it's great for me. It fights sensitivity, and I just love it. I love it. Um, so around the 7th, you may have any kind of emotional understanding, reality check in those areas. Okay, dear Taurus, around the 21st, great time if you're trying to conceive, to really look into more homeopathic, more natural herbal type of treatments there, and to make sure you're getting your checkups with your physician. Uterus, your digestion, if there's any kind of upset there that you need to look into and you've been already seeing, oh, I can't eat this, can't drink that, I need to stay away from dairy products. This is a time where you can really receive that momentum and that positive push and reinforcement from within the spirit realm to start that new path. So also breast examination, do it yourself at home, always men and women. There have been men that that are diagnosed with breast cancer, and look out for any leakage, any swelling, anything like that. It's normal to have one breast a little larger than the other. Look out for sensitivity. But your stomach and your womb are highlighted now. So great time to start a new ab exercise routine. Great time to really look into any kind of surgeries that deal with your stomach, your womb, your uterus, any kind of corrective surgery, something like that. But look out for your digestion, your digestive tract. And if you are pregnant, make sure you're getting your ultrasounds and you're going for your doctor's appointments. If you miss, quickly get back in there and really stay on track. Okay? Well, dear Taurus, remember this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs. And so view every beautiful part of your beautiful self. Hi, dear Gemini. So remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs, okay? So around the 7th, you may be receiving some sciatic nerve pain. And if you are, I want you to look into other options. You know, if you've just been doing a home remedy of ice and just trying to stay off of it, now is that time to really research. Make sure you're self-educated on the other options there. You might need to go to do chiropractic, invest in massage therapy, but you also may need to look into different treatments, acupuncture, and it may be time to look into back surgery. I am not a fan of back surgery, any of them, but if you are looking at it and it's not as reductive surgery, which means that you go to someone that specializes in that surgery and that's what they want to do right off the top before they recommend you go elsewhere, look into that. Okay, the sciatic nerve is a painful thing. I've been there, But I avoided back surgery. I went into investing in a massage. You know, I have a package now and had it for years, years and years. And I do stretching. So look into yoga, look into different ways to relieve that pain. If it's new for you, same thing applies. Look into it. And the sciatic nerve runs down the back of your butt area, down your lower lumbar, down your buttocks, down your leg. So if your leg is giving out and you're like, oh, and you're holding the back of your back and you're massaging it often, look into it. Your liver. So also look into any type of abnormalities in your pee. If your urine looks different, if it's starting to look brown, that's a strong sign to go to the ER, get checked out, go to wherever your medical facility is, whenever you can, if at all possible. Your hips and your thighs. So also, you know, with your liver, just making sure you're researching and staying abreast of what kind of symptoms are out there, and making sure you're getting tested for anything dealing with your liver about now. Okay. You might go for a thorough exam and ask your physician, you know, can you tell me some things about my liver? What's going on? How can I make sure everything's okay? How can I make sure it's functioning okay? Your hips and your thighs. If you've got any pain there, and you notice you're rubbing a little bit more, this is a time for you to really look at it because Spirit's highlighting it around now if there's something for you to look into. Okay, Gemini? Might just be needing to exercise more, or you find that you are working those areas and you're feeling it in your muscle groups the day after, and you're like, hey, you know, okay, I can see the product of my effort there. I can see the results and it feels really good. So again, those areas are highlighted around the 7th of the month for you, and around the 21st for you, dear Gemini. This is an area you know well. This is a new time for you to exercise your speech, the power of your vocal cords. So you may want to, you know, drink a little bit more tea if you're singing, if you're an artiste. Definitely look into different ways to really strengthen your vocal cords, and you might be looking into a new voice instructor. You might look into a different um, ways to really communicate your speech. If you're an orator, if you are in any kind of industry that causes you to be highly visible or your voice to be visible, you may be a voiceover, something like that. If you have to host events or you're hosting meetings or whatever that is, this is a good time for you to project your voice differently. But look into that. If you're receiving any that kind of thing, look into what the spiritual meaning is. You may be avoiding something that you're fearing, and metaphysically, your body is saying, you know what, we got to work on this. Your fingers, your arms, your hands, and your shoulders, any type of numbing, pin needle sensations, burning, any kind of you know, if you're automatically getting hot or cold, sensitivity, honor that. And any pain overall, always honor that. But this is a good time to begin something new in any treatment. It may even be trying a different fingernail polish, making sure those areas are massaged. And you may want to try wax, you know, instead of just the massage. Wax feels really good. Your shoulders, your lungs, and your nervous system. So great time to really start focusing on those areas. And if you notice that you're nervous about something, now is the time to really try a different therapy that gets you more comfortable in whatever that is. Okay, your lungs. Excellent time to start a smoking cessation program, whether it's group or individual, private, public, whatever it is for you. But look into any nerves misfiring, any feeling like army ants, or anything like that, any sharp pains or anything in your overall system, your body. Great time to look into alternative medications, combination of traditional and alternative, or if you're more herbal and homeopathic, to start going traditional now and kind of radiate between the two and just see where your safe space is. All right, dear Gemini, remember this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs. And please view every beautiful part of your beautiful self. Hey, Cancer. So this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs, okay? So Cancer, around the 7th of the month, this is a good time for you to look into any pain that you might be receiving in your bladder, your genitals, your sex organs. Please look into it. You know, it may not be a STD. It may be. It may be a bladder infection going on, but you want to make sure that it's not. And so, better safe to be sorry around this time, okay? Just look into it. You might be taking a bath and realize, oh my gosh, okay, I can't use bubble bath anymore. Could be something that's simple. Could be needing to drink more water and flush your system out more. Could be a lotion or a soap that you use. So look into that, okay? Also, if you're having any surgery that deals with your sexual organs, your genitals, absolutely this will come up for you. And it may be a very emotional understanding that this needs to be done. So look into the different health professionals. Research is your best friend. Google, okay? Google is your girl. Google is your man. So definitely research, research, research. Hemorrhoids, your muscular system, careful, you know, being too sedentary. So if you're sitting a lot and you at your job, and if you're pregnant, also hemorrhoids happen just like that. You know, so make sure you're looking into it. Really, hemorrhoids are treated by witch hazel. Really, is preparation H. I think those are tucks pads. Really is witch hazel and some cotton balls if you can't get to whatever tucks or whatever else you need. I think preparation H will calm down the inflammation there. Um, your muscular system. Great time for you to start a health routine and toning up and getting rid of that fat, turning the fat into muscle. Excellent time to do that. So walking more, but definitely strength training, circuit training there. Your reproductive system is highlighted now. So if you're looking to conceive, if you're not, if you're looking to get your tubes tied, if you need to get a hysterectomy, whether it's partial or full, anything like that, and whether you are male or female, whether you need to get a vasectomy, anything going on there, and anything that you're feeling at the point in your life, this will come up, and really spirit is putting it on you for a reason. Hernia, so be very careful with lifting. Um, Hernias have been, you know, have been proven to manifest, and people didn't even know they had a hernia. You know, babies get hernias all the time, and so watch out. Look for your babies too, because you'll feel their energy just like that. Okay. So looking for any bulging in your pelvic area, whether you're a man or a woman. If it's a baby or even you might have a protruding. Mercury is retrograding and it's affecting me like crazy. Okay? Protruding. Thank you. Protruding belly button or navel. So look into that, okay? Again, your rectum and all that area, your anus and your prostate. Gentlemen, get your prostate checks done. You know, that's nothing to fool with. So make sure you're going in. Even if you got to pay out of pocket, you got the money, use it. You're investing in yourself, okay? Any kind of discharge, itching, anything like that. Please look into it. Don't be embarrassed. Nothing about your body should be overlooked, should be not taken care of, because you're looking into yourself. That's your vessel. And if your vessel isn't happy, your soul isn't happy. Remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, ascendant. And so make sure you're looking into all of the beautiful parts of who you are. And so, dear Cancer, around the 7th, or that's around the 7th, around the 21st of the month, this is a good time to start something new in your speech, your throat. It may just be having a throat lozenger. It may be a sensation in your ears. You might realize, oh my gosh, this isn't tinnitus. This is spiritual communication in my ears. You may decide to just get your ears pierced. But this is the time to notice any type of ringing, any type of pain in your ears, your throat, your lower lip, your lower jaw, quivering, numbing, tingling sensation can very well mean spiritual communication. It does for me in many ways, but it also may mean something is physically going on that you need to have looked at. And if you're looking into any work being done in those areas, great time to do that. The base of your brain, your lower jaw, which is your cerebellum, the base of your brain or the back of your skull. And this is where your muscular activity is really being coordinated. So if you are finding that you want to move your hand, but it's doing it itself, you want to not do it and it's doing it, definitely look into it, or vice versa. But when your coordination is off, then you want to definitely look into why, okay? Your cervical spine and your neck, any kind of pain there, stiffness of the neck, look further into why it's happening. Could be sleeping wrong, could need a different pillow, could be stress that is manifesting into a metaphysical connection and it's giving you that pain, tension, stress point, trigger points. So definitely look into it, okay? So again, remember this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs. So view every single part of your beautiful self. I'll see you soon. Hi, Leo. Leo, this is your solar eclipse. Thank you so much for blessing us with it. And you had your new moon last month too. You are on a roll. So let's talk about your health. Around the 7th of the month on the lunar eclipse, you may feel some kind of pain or some kind of physical indication in your lower back, numbing, any kind of spiky kind of feeling, any thing that's really causing you to just, ooh, look into it. Please look into it. Also, your ovaries, if you're trying to conceive, if you are not, if you feel like you're pregnant or you may have just missed your cycle, look into it. Make sure it's not an ectopic pregnancy. We pray against that. And make sure that you are okay if you are trying to conceive. You're looking into all the different options out there, not just traditional, but alternative and herbal if you can. Also, kidneys, veins, and your butt. Okay, so you just may feel like, you know what, I need to work out more and do more squats. Okay, and you may look at yourself in the mirror and say, whoa, I'm doing squats today. Something like that. But if you're having veins, varicose vein problems, I think it's called vesicular reflux, or if you're having any type of sizzling, any kind of pain, fire kind of pain in your veins, anything like that, it's not normal. Please look into that, okay? Research. Google is your best friend, so be self-educated, and then also back it up by calling your physician, a clinic, any kind of health provider. They also have them online now at such a reduced rate, and they are real qualified medical doctors. So that's great. Great asset. Great. Something to look into. Your kidneys. So making sure that you are flushing out your system well with the water and cranberry juice. Good time for you to stop with the soda or the pop and tea or anything like that, sugary substances there, alcohol, and to really just kind of fast around that time, and your body will feel so much better doing that, okay? Um, so yeah, around the 21st of the month, dear Leo, great time for you to change anything with your hair, your grooming, your makeup, anything like that. Even if it's you're getting a facial, something like that. Um, I was telling someone else, I'm not against Botox, and this looks good around this time. If that's something you want to do, I'd do it. I would do it around this time. Your face, anything with your face that you want to beautify yourself, it makes you feel good. It's about your self-esteem. It's about your confidence. And whatever makes you feel really good, then I feel really good about it. You know, spirit feels really good about it. When it's not hurting anybody else, it's making you shine, you know? So do it. If it's anything with your upper lip, your upper jaw, if you're feeling any sensations there, numbing, pulsating, any kind of burning or really highly sensitive, this is a good time to look into it. Go seek out an appointment with a dermatologist, an expert there, and be able to really walk away feeling educated and empowered with what they're telling you. Any kind of surgeries with your upper jaw or with your face, your head, your upper lip. This is a time that, you know, I really want you to consider it if you've been told time and time again that you need to get it done, or if it's something that Spirit's put on you so much and it's elective and you really want to get it done, but someone else is telling you no, you know, and you're kind of hemming and hawing against that. If it comes up now, I say do it. I say do it. And if you need confirmation from Source, absolutely call on Divine Source to receive that spiritual guidance. And all you have to do is say this: Divine Source, please show me the way that I can receive my spiritual guidance. If I should get this, let's say it's Botox, if I should get this Botox done, and I will do it. And I won't look back and I will tell everybody else, none of your business, I'm doing it. And spirit, you know, and if you show me, Divine Source, if I shouldn't get Botox done with this person, with this medical doctor who specializes in it, okay, with this certified, licensed Botox person, you want to be safe about it, there's been too many horror stories, then I won't get it done and I'll look somewhere else. I'll look elsewhere, you know? And so if Spirit shows you that you go and research that person and they got a bad review, boom, that's no. That's a no. If you research that person and everything looks good and the only one review is that the person messed up their appointment, couldn't show up, and they didn't get their money back or something like that, then that's no reason not to get it. You know, if you show up and they're like, oh yeah, you know, or you call and say, well, I just wanted to know, I'm still kind of iffy about it. Well, actually, when you come in, you're getting half off now. Today is the kickoff of the half day, and you're like, what? Or the half off? I'm coming. You know, so it'll be that clear when you say that prayer because you will have sacrificed something, and that's faith. That's pure faith and trust in the Most High. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything for you. Okay, so yeah, your brain overall, okay, your brain, your cerebrum. This is really controlling your left and right hemisphere, and this is voluntary movement. This is complex sensory. So if you're receiving any misfiring in what you want your body to do, definitely look into why. Non-negotiable. Look into why. Okay? Leo, thank you so much for blessing us with this beautiful solar eclipse and blessing us with your beautiful new moon last month. Thank you and rock it out. Remember to view your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs and have a beautiful, beautiful month. Hi, dear Virgo. So let's see what's going on with your health. Around the 7th of the month, you know, this is a good time. Guess what? To honor your intuition. Your ruling planet is going retrograde, and you're already feeling that energy of just like, wah, 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 I can't say what I want to say. Being misunderstood, and all kinds of communication snafus, right? Honor your intuition. You're getting out of your head, down to your gut instinct, and that's where Spirit has you. Isn't that beautiful? Talk about putting you in the right place to be less stressed. So your midriff is your solar plexus, and be reminded that anything lemony, yellowy color is reminding you to honor your intuition. That's your first gut guess, instinct, answer, okay? This is a good time to really pay attention to the metaphysical reaction in your gut. So if you're getting butterflies in your stomach, if you're getting pains in your stomach, pay attention to what else you're seeing, whatever else you're feeling. What is the situation that you're in right then and there? Are you worrying about something unnecessarily? Look deeper into it, okay? This is also an area where spirit is going to be really pulling your attention to your abdomen and your intestines, your colon, your bowels, any constipation, any diarrhea, any irritation, that sudden stomach upset that comes. Please look into it. Could be a stomach virus, could be something that you just are being told spiritually to stay away from. Could be a person, could be spiritual toxicity. So please look into it. This is a good time for you to honor your intuition again and ask Divine Source for confirmation of what you're receiving, okay? Yes, yes, yes. If you've been told to get a colonoscopy, do it. At least schedule for it now. If you feel like you need to, please look into it. Research it. Google is your best friend. And then call your medical facility provider. See if it's covered. Go. Okay? If it's covered, please do it. Do it, do it, do it. If you can afford it, do it, do it, do it. Okay? Please look into it. Good time to get a colonoscopy, or colonic rather. We already covered colonoscopy. Colonic. I've gotten them done before. It is true that you walk out of there lighter because you're cleaning your intestines and you're really flushing out your system. You just feel spiritually lighter. You feel emotionally cleansed and you're physically cleansed. Okay, it can be a very vulnerable experience, but they are certified and extremely professional, the ones that I've gone to, and I've traveled. You know, I've lived places where I've never gone to their facility, but I've traveled cross state. So it really depends on the research, the recommendation, the vibe you get from them, the the look of the place, the traffic, all of the above. Okay, making sure that they're certified, they're licensed, and they're showing you their credentials as well. And you don't feel rushed doing it. Okay. So, any fasting, good time to do that. Fasting from what? Let spirit tell you what that is. I just heard greasy foods and sugar, so that's definitely something for many of you to look into. And around the 21st of the month, dear Virgo, honey, look out for any physical pain. You're in a heightened spiritual self. You are um, in energy that you want to be kept. Um, in in silence, in solace, in your own beautiful secrecy. Okay, you might want to be in the house more. So look into, if you're receiving pain, you're waking up in pain. There's a huge reason why, and I want you to call on Source, and I want you to look into it. Look into it through a medical provider, a specialist of sorts, but let it be where that physical pain is radiating from. Okay. Headaches, look into it. Could be psychic attack, could be migraine, could be something that you're worrying about unnecessarily. Look into it. Could be more water that you need to drink, could be something that you ingested, could be a hangover. Definitely good time for you to look into different ways to treat it. Okay. Your toes. This is an area to start something new in your feet. So if you've been told, hey, I got to go to a podiatrist to get my toenails cut, do it. You may want to stick with um, you might want to get your pedicure, but not want to stick with the same uh, nail salon or the way you've been doing it. If you've been going to the nail salon, you might want to do it at home or vice versa. You might just want to try something new. And this is a good time to do it, okay? So they have this baby soft thing that you put on your skin and it peels away the layer after like a week. Your skin actually just kind of peels off and it's totally gross, really gross. Like you don't want anybody to see it, but it's like the best thing ever. Your feet feel just like a baby's, butt. So this may be something that you want to look into. Don't ask me what the name is because I can't, but Google it. You'll find it, and it's like $25 anywhere you can get it offline. But a podiatrist invented it, and it's really great. Um, so yeah, so this is definitely for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs, dear Virgo. And please view every beautiful part of your beautiful self. Hi, dear Libra. So let's check out your health and wellness. So on the 7th of the month, you may have a, kind of, if you feel any heart pain, any gas, could be acid reflux, but you may have an emotional understanding of a heartbreak. It may be just, a feeling of emotional intensity that really just hurts your heart, and that, as far as your health goes, is really taking care of what you need, honoring your needs and your values. And so you may feel it on such an emotional level that you understand that, you know what, I've got to take some time for myself. But if you have any heart conditions and you feel any physical pain, absolutely something that you want to look into. You don't want to take any chances there. Making sure that your medicine is up to date, that you're on the right medicine, you're not, um, but accidentally switching it, or making sure you are following the right schedule for your medication. And this is your spine also. Your the sides of your body and your upper back. So if there's any physical fitness routine, exercise regimen that you like to switch up, it's going to come to you now. If you look and you see, oh my gosh, I've got these love handles, I don't like them. This is a good time for you to just get into the swing of things and start working on your side obliques and your shoulders and connecting muscles so that you can strengthen your back and you're wanting to tone up more. If you're receiving any tension spots, trigger points, muscle spasms, if you're asking for someone, oh, please just massage that, or oh, get that kink out of there, this is a time for you to really look into why your body is receiving so much pain, okay? Definitely do that. And if you just really want to tone up more in those areas, this is that time where if Spirit shows it to you, absolutely time for you to do something with it. Around the 21st of the month, dear Libra, this is a great time for you to look into any treatments that will reduce the cramping in your legs, in your calves, and also your shins if you have shin splints. But if it's more venous, it could be something like reflux in your vein, if you're feeling any fire or any sizzling, if you have any kind of pain where you're just like, oh, and you're holding your shins or you're holding any parts of your legs, this is a good time to look into treatment that is different from what you've been looking into before. Or if you've been ignoring it, great time to go with it and seek it out now and say, enough is enough. I deserve this to be pain free. I deserve to figure out really what is going on with my body. And I'm going to trust Source that I'm going to the right place. So absolutely step out on faith and get it done for yourself. Your ankles also. If you're receiving any pain, popping in your ankles, you are losing balance because your ankles give out, or any, kind of cracking and swelling in your ankles also. If you've had breaks in your ankles, in your, uh, anything like that, please look into it if the breaks aren't healing good. But your arteries, I really want you to pay attention to any possible blockages that could have been happening. Look into your nutrition, make sure that you are um, really receiving a um, good advice on being able to prevent any type of health condition that is dealing with any of those areas. Okay, the 21st gives you a beautiful new light, blessings, very much spiritual help to start a new pathway in those areas of treatment and preventative um, medicine and treatment as well. Okay, so remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs. So view every single sign that makes you your beautiful you. I'll see you soon. Hi, dear Scorpio. So let's check out your health and wellness around the 7th of the month. if you are trying to conceive or if you're pregnant, please make sure you're getting tested. Make sure you're getting your ultrasound there because your uterus, your womb is really highlighted here. So, for example, if you have a tilted uterus or womb, if there's any kind of abnormality or any type of pain or something that the doctor has indicated they want you to look into, they want to be very vigilant about, absolutely honor that. If there's any pain, discomfort that you're receiving, whether you're pregnant or not, male or female, around your stomach area, please make sure that you are paying attention to it because this is if it's highlighted, it is highlighted now. So if you're feeling it, there's a reason. So I want you to be safe than being sorry. I want you to make sure you're looking into it. This is also an energy that is ruling your breast. So breast exams, get them done, self breast checks, male or female. Men have been diagnosed with breast cancer too. So any discharge, tenderness, sensitivity, it is normal to have one breast that's larger than the other. Um, but look into any kind of sensitivity, burning, numbing, anything that is really out of ordinary. If you find yourself, ooh, what is that? Check it out and really find out what it is. I recently had to, I was told to cut back on caffeine, and I'm like, well, I only have one cup of coffee, in the morning. And my doctor was like, but that's why you're getting that pain. It's a pull in my right breast, and he said that was there's ducts there or ligaments, certain ligaments that are only in your right side, the right breast, that would pull when you reach a certain way, and it's because of the caffeine. And I said, 1 cup? And he said, yeah. And so it made me realize that absolutely my 1 cup could be like someone else's 5 cups. So it really depends on your sensitivity, your constitution, your vessel. And we're all created, our beautiful, unique selves. We're all different. So look into that, okay? And so this also is your digestion. So if you realized, oh my gosh, I can't do dairy anymore, I can't do ice cream, there's other options out there. So if you're ingesting anything that you're having a difficult time digesting and you're receiving constipation, anything like that, diarrhea, just cramping, whatever it is, you throw it back up, you receive acid reflux, whatever it is, then Spirit's telling you to look into it, okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Go get your breast checked. Definitely do that. I've had abnormal ones come back, and we've had to go to the second one, and which is a deeper, look, and it's very nerve-wracking. It causes you to be extremely vulnerable because you don't know quite what's going to happen, and your mind plays tricks on you. And I pray against anybody um, receiving anything negative, and so please definitely go get it looked at. Anything abnormal. Around the 21st of the month, dear Scorpio, this is a time for you to get your teeth checked. Go to the dentist, make that appointment. If you're receiving any pain there, make the appointment. Ask them if they can see you on a sliding scale. You might find that they're going to do a benefit somewhere and they're doing it for free, but they're qualified. You might go to a dental school. That's where I go. I go to a dental school and they're great. And they're a third of what a normal person or not normal, that's not right. They're a third of what a individual private practice um, or private dentist would charge, and they're great, totally great. This also is an area that rules your knees, so any pain there, sensitivity, swelling, um, any kind of pain, please look into it, okay? Possible bursitis. If you've been told that you need knee replacement surgery, if you've been, really trying to understand um, where the swelling is coming from, where the sensitivity, where the locking up is coming from, Look into it. Absolutely. Your skin and your bones are highlighted here. So if you are at that beautiful tender age of needing to look into or prevent or manage osteoporosis, anything like that, time to really look into it. Even if you are um, trying to prevent. And so you are building more muscle than trying to allow fat to increase by just doing training or light weightlifting, something like that. This is a good time for you to start that new physical fitness regime or exercise program. Your skin, if your skin has any open wounds, sensitive areas, look into that. And this is a good time for you to look more into traditional if you're always going into herbal or homeopathic or vice versa. And also really to combine the two is a great thing. Okay. Um, Getting a facial around now, excuse me, is a great benefit to you. Okay, so anything with your skin, it may be something as simple as trying a different lotion. It's a lotion that's $10, for something like this, and you're just like, I'm not spending $10 on something like that. Well, this may strike you as the time to do it, and I would say absolutely invest in that because it's something that is helping you and it's highlighted right now. If it's a special type of lotion for your skin, it's not something you're going to let the kids use or anything like that, but it's good for you. This is the time for you to do that. Okay, so remember, this is for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your cusp signs. And I was just told to make sure you know that this is a good time to start something new in your bones. So if your bones haven't been healing from any breaks or anything like that, please look into it, okay? All right, well, I'll see you soon. Hi, dear Sagittarius. So, around the 7th of the month, you may really understand that, you know what? I'm communicating differently. And there may be some kind of discomfort in your vocal cords, your speech. If you do hear yourself trying to correct your voice or clear your throat a lot, look at the reason why. It could be a spiritual meaning there that's manifesting into a physical reaction. And so look at where you're at, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, who you're around, what is the situation, is there toxicity there that's causing you to try to clear your throat because you need to speak your truth and you're having a hard time doing that. Good time for you if you're an artiste, to look into different vocal or voice instructor, and different ways to really deepen your craft. This is also just straight up speaking your truth and standing up for yourself energy. If you're into oration or any kind of uh, field or job that really you have to be very vocal and highly visible, advocacy, public speaking, if you host a lot of meetings, workshops, training, anything like that, good time for you to look into different ways to project your voice and to stand out. Also, this may be a time where you might receive some pain or any kind of sensations in your fingers, your arms, your hands, your shoulders. And it may be more nerve misfiring. It could be it could be inflammation, anything like that, anything that's painful. Absolutely, it's highlighted here. So definitely look into it and don't just try to shoot it under the rug or say, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. When you feel it, make the call, educate yourself, Google's your best friend, and look into it, okay? If you find that you can't put on a ring and you're like, whoa, what? I can't put this on right now because there's swelling, look into it, check the other areas of your body and see what's going on with you there. Anything that's making you feel nervous on any level, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, look deeper into it now, because Spirit's putting something on you for you to look deeper into, and I don't want you to avoid it. This is the lunar eclipse, so there's something that you're breaking from, and you may receive that strong metaphysical reaction to let you know exactly what Spirit is asking you to release from and let stay in the past, okay? Also, around the 21st, this is a good time for you to look into different treatments with your sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve is a painful thing to experience. And if your knee or your legs are giving out on you, if you're receiving this tremendous pain radiating down your lower lumbar region, down to your buttocks, through your hamstrings, all the way down to the bottom of your feet, definitely look into it. If you're icing, you're using heat, you're trying to stay off of it, you're laid out and it's not giving you any comfort, definitely time to look into different treatments. If you're all traditional, time to start looking into alternative forms of medicine and wellness, okay? Chiropractic, massage. I shared with someone else that I've dealt with sciatic nerve for years, and once I started looking into more of a homeopathic and herbal and alternative, all of the above, and traditional combination of treatment there, it stopped. And I have been pain free for years from that thing. And I know when to expect it. I know what's going on when I'm out of balance. So look at that, what's going on in your life. What are you focusing more energy into that might be agitating that? But definitely look into it. This is a good time to start a new practice or go on a new path to receive that relief. Your liver. Look into any type of darkening in urine, any discharge that's abnormal, any pain, in the sides of your stomach, in the front of your stomach, hips and thighs. This is a good time for you to start a new exercise regimen. And any discomfort, any pain, twinges, soreness, look into that, and you just may well be increasing weights in your hips and thigh exercises. You might be doing squats a little differently. Coach Darian had me doing squats against the wall, because of my back, and that's a great way to do it. And there's different ways for you to really get the same quality of exercise that you need, but just in a different way that's safer. Okay? So definitely view your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs as well, dear Sagittarius. View every beautiful part in which you are. I'll see you soon. Hi, dear Capricorn. So let's talk about your health. Around the 7th of the month, you may feel any kind of clearing of your throat, any scratchiness or any pain in your throat, your ears, your lower lip, your lower jaw, and please look into that. If there's any tinnitus, that's the human understanding of spiritual communication. So that's ringing in your ears, hearing any frequency, sound frequency there. You could very well be receiving spiritual communication. So pay attention to it, and it will be just that. You'll want to go like this. The doctors will tell you that it's tinnitus, but it's a lunar eclipse. So you open yourself up to spiritual communication because you're highlighted. That area is happening for you around the 7th. So pay attention to the visions you're receiving, the understanding of what Spirit's asking you to release from, and what you're willing to walk away from, what you're not. Definitely give attention to what your body is feeling outside of the ringing in your ears also. And this is also an area that um, really deals with the base of your brain, which is your cerebellum. And so this is what coordinates your muscular activity. So if there's any misfiring or anything like that going on and you feel it through your muscles, could be your nerves, but it could also very well be sometimes you feel like a thumping in your muscles there and in any tension spots also. But if you're not able to control that muscle group, sometimes you do feel that. like it has its own heartbeat, if you will. But anything with your muscular system, or trying to make your muscles work for you and they're not, definitely time to look into it, okay? Your cervical spine and your neck, okay, are highlighted also. But I really want to go back to the coordination of your muscular activity, the base of your brain controlling that. So if you want your a certain muscle group to do something, like say you want to um, you want to do this with your hands, but even though your brain is telling you to do it, your muscles aren't doing it, okay? They don't want to do it. So please look into that. If you are wanting to move your leg and just the lower part of your leg is moving, but your thigh is kind of acting resistant, look into that because that's affecting your coordination. And really, really want you to be safe and not sorry in this regard. Absolutely. So your cervical spine, any kind of curvature, any kind of um, pain radiating from your spine at all is definitely call for you to act on it and look into it. But in your neck also, if you're finding that you're massaging your neck, you wake up with a crook in your neck, any kind of rashes or wounds there, bumps that aren't healing, any kind of abnormalities there, please look into. Around the 21st of the month, this is a great time to really look into possible bladder infections, okay? So it might be a time for you to start drinking more water, flushing out your system with water, cranberry juice. Also, your genitals are and your sexual organs are highlighted here. So if you've been contemplating surgery in any of those areas, definitely time for you to, if it's on your soul at that point, look into it. You might be seeking out the right surgeon, the right medical facility, the right procedure to get. You might be planning it out now and looking into recovery. This is also ruling your reproductive system. So, absolutely, if you are looking to get your tubes tied, a vasectomy, this is the time that it really will come on you that, you know what, I'm going to get it done. It's the right time. You may not want to get it done. You may want to look into conceiving now. So if that's on your soul, this is the good time for you to look into ways to get what your desire is. Get your desire met, get your needs met. But look out for any hemorrhoids, hernias, and any problems again with your muscular system. It's radiating from the 7th to the 21st there. So the 21st, we have that new beginning and that new pathway of getting our needs met and manifesting. So it's a good time for you to really honor that. Any kind of discomfort, hernias happen and we don't notice it all the time. So be very careful for lifting and all of that. Hemorrhoids, making sure you have the treatment there, witch hazel, tux, preparation H, anything that will take down the inflammation and the discomfort. Any type of pain or itching in your rectum, look into that. It could be something as small as just needing to take a shower or wash or cleanse that area to something as creepy and as difficult as it sounds. It could be a worm, a ring, or not a ringworm, can't remember what kind of worm it is, but it could be a tapeworm. Um, and so just look into it. There's another type of worm though that I'm thinking that is very small, and children tend to get it as well. So look into it. Definitely look into it. Prostate and your anus is highlighted here. So make sure, gentlemen, that you're getting your prostate checks done. And again, any itching, any pain, unusual discharge, definitely bleeding, anything like that in your anal area, and your genitals. So make sure you're protected if you don't want to conceive, because this is a new beginning time and it's fertile energy. So make sure that you are doing what you got to do. And remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, um, and cusp signs. And I hope that I said reproductive system because that's highlighted here. So if you're looking to conceive, if you're already pregnant, definitely get your ultrasounds, your doctor checkups done. And again, if you're not looking to conceive, make sure you're doing what you got to do. I'll see you very soon. Hey Aquarius, this is your lunar eclipse. How are you feeling? Oh my gosh. I want you to really pay attention to how you're feeling on your lunar eclipse and definitely as of today going forward. And you know, you may not feel this until September 7th, somewhere around there. You could feel it October 7th. It's going to come in waves of, 30 days on out. You may not feel it until that next full moon, but definitely pay attention to it, okay? Because during an eclipse season, we may not feel the energy right away in that month. So, so for you, dear Aquarius, honey, any changes that you want to make in your head, your face, a styling, haircut, um, any type of grooming, wearing your makeup differently, trying different products. This is great, changing from glasses to contacts, vice versa. Your upper lip, your upper jaw, if you're receiving any numbing or any kind of thumping sensations there, look into it. Part of my spirituality, part of the gifts that I have, an indication I get for something very specific is a radiating feeling that I get towards my upper lip. So look into that, okay? Your upper jaw, if there's any surgery or anything like that that needs to happen, if you've been told that, yeah, we want to, we want you to look into this, please look further, okay? Look into it. This is also uh, really an area that is dealing with your brain, okay, your cerebrum. This is your front, left, and right hemisphere of your brain, and it really controls complex sensory, voluntary movement. So if you're having any discoordination or involuntary movement of your body, this is a time really, really don't put that under the rug, don't ignore it. Look into why that's happening and seek it out. Google is your best friend here and contact a medical facility, a medical provider, if a clinic, and just get your answers met. Okay. Any testing that needs to be done, if they recommend you do testings, do it. If you need testing and they're not recommending it, make sure you're getting your testing done. Okay. And so, dear Aquarius, around the 21st of the month, this is a good time for you to really get any testing done in your ovaries. If you think that you might be pregnant, we want to make sure it's not an ectopic pregnancy, which is a pregnancy in your ovaries. We want to make sure that you're okay, that you're producing eggs. So make sure that you are looking into that. And you may be pulling from your significant other's energy if you're a man. So make sure that you're going in together and having that test done. And also your lower back, if you're having any pain radiating in your lower back, any numbing, any kind of discomfort there, this is a time to look into a different way of relieving yourself from that pain and getting some comfort there. So if you're all traditional, it's time for you to go um, herbal or homeopathic or Eastern medicine there. Could be acupuncture, could be, um, uh, what am I seeing? Shiatsu, um, by someone trained, walking on your back. Somebody trained to do it, please. And your kidneys, your veins, and your buttocks. are also highlighted here. So kidneys, please make sure that you are everything they have all of your information up to date if you're on the kidney transplant list, and we got you in prayer all the way. And any kind of flushing of your system that needs to be done through water, cranberry juice to make sure your kidneys are functioning well. Please look into that. So any kind of discoloration in your urine, if it goes less than, if it goes darker than, light yellow, definitely look into it. Your veins. So if you've got any kind of burning sensation going on, any numbing, any pain, any swelling also in your legs, and especially your legs, but veins, are all over. So look into that. If you find yourself going like this and it's just painful, good time for you to really seek out some treatment there, or some just to be edified on what it could be, so that you're taking a very proactive approach to the quality of your life. Your buttocks might be a good time for you to start doing some glute exercises. This is a new beginning. So any kind of discharge, you definitely don't want to ignore. Any kind of pain there, you don't want to ignore it. But definitely time for you to look into squats if that's what your spirit tells you. Hey, I want to work out my derriere now. Definitely do that and look into options that you can safely do it if you've got that lower back problem, and that's so that you're not putting too much weight on your back, because they're both highlighted here. Okay. All right, dear Aquarius, thank you so much. This is your sun, moon, rising, and cusp sign. So definitely view every beautiful aspect of who you are. I'll see you soon. Hi, dear Pisces. So let's see, for your health and wellness around the 7th of the month, really pay attention to any physical pain that you feel in your feet and your toes, but overall, okay, in your body overall. If you're receiving pain in your side and you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Definitely you want to do that. And so, but you want to take part B to it and seek out where exactly did it come from. Any pain in your feet, anything that's not healing, any open wounds, especially if you have any type of conditions such as diabetes, any circulatory condition, autoimmune condition. If you're feeling those pins and needles in your feet, good time to really look into it. Excuse me there, dear Pisces. Your toes, any numbing or um, bleeding or anything like that, even a ingrown toenail. Oh my gosh, those things are so painful. If you've been told that, or if you realize you've got to go to a podiatrist to get your toenails cut, definitely do that for yourself. It may be covered by your insurance, it may not be, but ask, if they'll do, if they have a sliding scale, if they have a day that they do, um, they do it by donations, or they do it for free, something like that. They may have a clinic event that they do quarterly or monthly or something like that. Excuse me. So, yeah, don't take any moments of physical pain that you feel um, just for, I'm just going to ignore it. No, no, no. I don't want you to ignore it this month, okay? Definitely go with it, because this is an ending. So Spirit's going to be showing you to the right place, the right medical specialist, provider that's going to help you in this physical pain, okay? You might just go to a different nail salon and get your pedicure done. You might end up going, doing it at home when you do it normally out somewhere, or vice versa. But definitely go with what Spirit tells you is where you need to go in areas of your feet, your toes, and physical pain, okay? Overall, physical pain. I really want to make that clear. Could be pain in the back of your eyes, could be pain in your throat, your teeth, okay? All right. So then around the 21st of the month, this is a new beginning. This is a great way to start a new regimen, a new health program. And as far as your abdomen, strengthening your stomach muscles and increasing more muscle and losing fat. And so listen to your intuition. This is your solar plexus highlighted here, your midriff. This is your gut instinct. Go with it because you are all spirituality. You are extremely psychic and you are in touch with your intuition. So this is a time to not let anyone make you second guess yourself. Just make sure that you are trusting yourself through trusting the Most High. Also, good time for you to have a colonic. If you needed to schedule a colonoscopy, this is a good time to do it. Your intestines also, so in your bowels. So just check out the place you're going to. Make sure they're board certified, they're reputable. You've got referrals, you've got references, whatever you need. The place looks clean. It's out in the open somewhere. They've got good traffic and you feel comfortable, go on and get that done. I've done colonics, and honey, I can tell you that I have felt so much better walking out of there. It's a very vulnerable experience, but it's something that I would recommend. And I do my checks, referrals, references, they've got to be reputable. I've traveled outside of my state to go to different places before, simply because that's where Spirit told me to go, and it was a great, great experience. So look into that, okay? Any kind of feeling that like butterflies in your stomach, upsets, stomach upsets, when you're bowling over in pain, please look into the spiritual aspect of that metaphysical connection. Could very well be a virus or a sickness, but what is the underlying um, what is the origin? Okay, what is the underlying factor there that may have been causing that? Is it somewhere you went and Spirit was telling you, showing you signs of don't go there and eat there, and you went anyway and got some food poisoning? Heaven forbid. But is it something where you're intuitively knowing something? Remember, your intuition is highlighted now. So if you're getting a metaphysical connection of I feel sick to my stomach, and you're needing to make this decision, and so it's hand in hand there. Look into why you're feeling sick to your stomach, okay? And don't second guess yourself. Remember, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and cusp signs, dear Pisces. View every beautiful aspect of who you are. I'll see you soon.